Hey guys, this is Mark Shawson, the pattern trader. If I really want to get a rise out of my wife, I'll tell her that I'm sick and tired of always being right. And obviously that's a prick thing to say. It's arrogant, it's awful. It goes against everything how I live my life. I don't flout my wealth. I don't dress fancy. I don't try and make highfalutin claims. But I have it of of being right about a lot of things, and frankly, in the last couple of months, I've been just ridiculously right about the markets. And to me, this is even after 4 decades of trading, the greatest gratification. So, frankly, I could give a shit about money anymore. I've got more than enough. Money floats up and down in my account. I look at it, my heartbeat doesn't go up or down one way or another. But what I really like doing is getting things right. And, there's so much deception in today's world. Our politicians lie to us. The insurance companies lie to us. Our doctors lie to us. Our whole life we have to, figure out how to trust our lying eyes and, sort out the real from the not so real. And this is what I've tried to counsel my son since the time he was very small. You have to be able to think critically. You have to be able to think for yourself. And I guess really what I'm talking about is for the last couple of weeks, I've been looking at the British pound versus the Japanese yen trading pair. We've had an enormous run since the depth of the pandemic in January, from a low of around 125 in pound yen to where prices went north of 140, which is just a huge run. And I was now looking very hard as to whether this run represented a paradigm shift from the long-term secular primary downtrend that the pound yen has been in for many years, since 2015, since dropping out of the sky at 195 following a very prominent double top head and shoulders price pattern that projected prices were going to go lower. It did that. After it, double topped at 195, prices collapsed to 120. And now, in the last couple of weeks and months, I've been trying to decide or determine whether this recent rally in pound yen is a new paradigm shift where we formed a bottom and now we're going to turn around, or this was just kind of a head fake within the context of a long-term secular downtrend. And I have been, on the side of the latter, meaning that I think that this is a deception, that this is a fake out, that this whole run-up is just a counter trend trade. Now, that's not to say that you can't, take buckets full of money out of, a market that runs up 500-800 pips, which I did. But ultimately, I started alerting our members that, this is a deception and that you need to start getting out on the other side of it. So in my weekly video report just a few hours ago, I recommended to our members to put a sell stop in the pound versus the Japanese yen at 140.17. I'm going to flash up my email. I'm just going to read aloud what I said. First off, I came in short the weekend, short the pound yen in my belief that we were going to turn. I said I'm already short pound yen at 140.47, but I'm looking to add to my position if certain price action prevails. And this is why I require the markets to confirm what I'm looking at. That's why I suggested, even though pound yen was trading around 141, to put a sell stop at 140.17. So if the prices went higher, I would never have been triggered in the market. No harm, no foul. But as it turns out, true to form, the sell stop was triggered at 140.17, and now we're trading 230 pips lower in the market just a few hours after I made the call. And I said, look, pound versus Japanese yen is at an inflection point. Either it's going to turn down at current levels, consistent with its long-term trend, or the recent up move was going to continue. Either way, I would have gotten on the right side of it. It turns out, and I said, look, the recent subtle key reversal on the weekly chart last week suggests that we're going to get a turn lower. And I said, should we take out the low of last week's trading range, which was 140.17? My feeling is we're going to head lower. And so right now we're trading under 138, around 137.76. This thing is getting smoked to the downside. I'm making a nifty $170,000 in profits after just a few days sitting in this short position. But I think this is just the start of a turn lower, that we're going to head down in the direction of the secular primary downtrend. So if you would like to understand my methodology, if you'd like to understand my thinking, if you'd like to understand how I capitalize on these monster moves, then I highly suggest that you click the link below this video and download my weekly video report. Now, I'm making $180,000 on a call that I made just a few days ago. And it's up to you what, the value of these trades is to you. And guess what? It's a no-brainer. For $180,000, I could probably ask you to pay $10,000 and you'd probably gratefully fork it over. But my offer to you is this: you decide exactly what you want to pay for the weekly video report. So I hope to see you then. And with that said, I wish you a healthy and prosperous trading week.